Alright, so here's the full disclosure video of the VR4. You see it was originally pro yellow. Right now it's in matte gray due to the wide body kit I had installed on it. Motor's pretty much pristine. She's pretty badass. I'll go through the details here in a second. Looking at the interior, it's all pretty nice, pretty cool climate control stuff. Let's turn that on. So you got all that, you can adjust everything temperature wise and whatnot. You got an auto mode. Pretty cool. Alpine deck, Alpine speakers, got the stock gauges like that. Full cat skin interior. So it's got kind of an alligator print here on the insert, and then like a real dark charcoal with yellow stitching. Same thing in the back, no rips or tears. It's all pretty nice. New carpet, full dyno mat in here. There's two switches missing out of the dash. That was for an active exhaust and I think active stock shocks. All that's been replaced with aftermarket stuff. So the exhaust is full straight pipe. So there's no reason to change it for anything else. It's no cats, straight 3-inch pipe all the way back, ATR race setup. Glove box doesn't work. That's one thing that's kind of broke on it, but I never use it anyway. Look down here, we got air fuel ratio gauge, so you can keep monitor what your car's doing. Also got a split second one up here. It goes back and forth as you're driving. Blue's rich, red's lean, so you can make sure you're doing pretty good on your fuel settings and whatnot. If you look in the center console here, this piece, we flip this up, we got the ARC2 fuel controller. So when you up your boost, this thing will give you more fuel to match the boost and get you running correctly. Ready boost controller, that's how you turn up the boost if you wanted to do that. That's in there too. Everything was professionally installed by FSR Motorsports, if you care. Brand new shifter thing. These things always wear out. I make sure I keep my stuff pretty clean. So that looks pretty good. I think that's pretty much from the inside. I did a full dyno mat on the floor, so the whole thing's soundproof. The doors, the whole floor is the trunk. Did the whole car on that one. Kind of shut down on the road noises and whatnot. So let's get out of here. Rims, they're 18-inch OZ racing rims. They could use some new paint. Got some curb rash on them just from being old and being stored all around the house. We'll start at the front. It's a 94. I converted the front bumper to a 97, and I think it looks a little bit better. On the headlights, there's a little piece of weather stripping that goes right in here. It's like 20 bucks. I just haven't gotten that yet. Just converted it to LED highs and low beams. That was like $300 for those bad boys. This blinker, the connector is broken, so it needs a new connector before the blinker works, but the bulb works, everything works. It's just the connector got broken. It won't go on anymore. For engine mods, it was stock 3-liter when it was original, bored and stroked out to a 3.2, got stage 3 competition heads on it, 15T turbos, full HKS hard pipe kit, which are these pipes right here. Go the dual side mount HKS intercoolers, which are right in there, one on each side. Oh, that wasn't cheap. Chromed everything out that I could get to pretty easily. It's got 760 injectors, pit road M spark plug wires. She's pretty bad to the bone. It puts out, well over around 500 horse, I'm sure. I think the last time we dynoed it was 504, but it had a little bit more boost than it's sitting right now. These are hard mount engine mounts I was telling you about. There's 4 of them total. I replaced the top 2. I haven't got to the bottom 2 yet, just because I haven't had time to get this thing on the lift. Like I said, 97 front bumper, and then Cianci wide body fenders. So these, all 4 corners, you can see a pretty good bulge to them. Let's try on this side. It's got sexy lines, and it's a 1-inch wider on each fender. So all fenders are 1 inch wider than stock, which is cool because no one really knows this kit exists, or you never see it on the car. And it's got to be professionally done to get it on. It doesn't just bolt on. It's got to be molded onto the fenders. But unless you really know the car, you don't even know it's there. It's got the active aero spoiler on the back, So at speeds, this tips up and tips down. Sometimes it gets stuck up, so I just kind of leave it off unless I'm showing off. Full 3-inch exhaust, like I said. It's pretty bad bone. Let me open the trunk, show you what's in there. So the trunk, you can kind of see some of the Dynamat that's done throughout the whole car, so it keeps down on the road noise. Everything's pretty clean. It's a good shot of the interior here. That's what she looks like. Pretty much everything works. Like I said, the AC could probably use a recharge. I don't know, it's not blowing too cold, but it was working before. This is a weekend car like your Corvette is, and I don't use it all that much. Let's see, I'll close the hood. Let's give you a look at what it looks like all done up. So this is a hood pin. It's a quick latch. I was going to put one on the other side, but I haven't got around to it yet, so I got one on there just to keep the fiberglass hood down. The hood's from molded after a 575 Ferrari scoop, so it makes the car look pretty aggressive, pretty badass. And like I said, it doesn't lose many street races due to all-wheel drive and the horsepower that it's got. So that's what she looks like. I've had this car for almost 20 years. It's been my baby, but just ready for something new. Been tuning on this thing for a while. Like I said, it's pretty much almost done. If you wanted to get full potential out of it, it would want a standalone ECU and a bigger fuel pump, and then just turn up the boost up to whatever the max level ends up being for the tune that you're going to put in it for 91 octane. But the motor was built with all hardened internals. It'll hold 1,000 horsepower if you wanted to go that crazy with it. It should hold it. Yeah, that's what she is. Give you a full once around. Twin turbo, all-wheel drive. Upgraded everything pretty much. She's clean. If you've ever played the game Gran Turismo back in the day, this was the baddest car on there. That's pretty much when around the time frame I bought it, and that's one of the factors. I was looking at the Toyota Supra, and I went to the Toyota dealership to buy the Supra, and this was there. I test drove this and came home with this instead. So I think that pretty much sums up everything. Custom stuff in the back end. Like I said, the fenders are wide body. I was telling you about a little bit of cracking you can kind of see. Can you see that right there? Any body shop can blend that back in. It's not a big deal. These fenders are molded onto there, so when they take a set, sometimes that cracks, and the body guy told me it might do that when he put them on. Right here was where the stock antenna came out. It was a power antenna. I shaved that so it looks better. And they also had a rear windshield wiper right here. I shaved that off because I never once turned it on. It was pointless and just kind of cluttered up the back of the car. Under the car, let's see, I said you already got the ATR 3-inch full race exhaust, and then I got a single piece carbon fiber drive shaft under there. Helps with rotating mass and it's supposed to make it faster, and it's just cool to have. Cross drilled brake rotors. The cars, that light gray, these are white. If you wanted to match them, you have to pull them apart and match it, or just maybe put a vinyl over it, get someone to match the vinyl, or just do them in black, get them smoked. That's kind of what I was going to do to match the side markers. It'd probably look fine. The rims could probably, like I said, use some paint, or just take them to any powder coat place and have them redone. Probably only cost you a couple $100. Make it look bitchin'. Missing a windshield wiper. I took one off to go get another one, and then I didn't do that in a timely manner, and now I lost it. So I got one the driver's side windshield wiper and nothing on the passenger side. But it never rains out here in the desert, so it's never really been a big deal to change that. Window tint is obviously probably illegal in California, but I registered in Arizona, so that's why that's like that. Like I said, probably won't pass smog. It may pass smog if you detuned it and knew a smog guy that would kind of look over some of the other stuff, but that's coming far and few between to get those guys to do that anymore. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you have any more questions.